Hello everyone, welcome to the KZGN News. Today we'll bring you news from Wednesday's City Council meeting, a water conservation update from the Water District, another meeting of the new GSA is scheduled for Friday, the Second Amendment is under attack in Sacramento, notice that the Ridgecrest Animal Shelter is offering free kittens and cats right now, today's KZGN Talking Points editorial, weather, sports, and much more.
From the Rademacher Hills to Bee Mountain and the mighty Sierras, Ridgecrest to Inyokern and China Lake, this is your news for the Indian Wells Valley with the KZGN News Crew.
Hello, I'm Tom Whitney. Thanks for joining us for the news affecting Ridgecrest and the Indian Wells Valley. In news from Wednesday's City Council meeting, here's what they did. First, they made a presentation of recognition honoring police dispatcher Sharon Homer on the occasion of her retirement. Here's a video of that presentation.
I'm Sergeant Ryan Maroney. I've had the honor of being Sharon's supervisor for at least the last 8.5 years. I've been with the PD for 16 years, and obviously Sharon's been with us for over 21 years. I went online to look up words to describe a 911 dispatcher, and I'm going to read those words to you. Communicator, lifeline, caring, honorable, calm under pressure, strong, unsung hero, dedicated, skilled, compassionate, multitasker, service to others. And as Officer Merzlak said, we as the PD would like to thank Sharon for being our department mom, sister, Santa's helper for all these years at the department's children's Christmas party, and last but certainly not least, caring so much about our community.
I really didn't appreciate it until I started moving up the ranks and really realized how important they were to the organization. And so Sharon, you can be sorely missed. You worked really well for us. On this, the conversations we had over the years and about family and everything. So what I have here is a crystal plaque on behalf of your retirement, recognition for 21 years of faithful service. It has the names of all the council people, the city manager, me on there. And one more thing. Just a bouquet of flowers. It's the last time for your speech.
Next on the consent calendar, first they awarded the construction contract to Griffith Company for the road realignment and widening of Drummond Avenue from Inyo Street to Down Street in the amount of $469,000. And another contract to them for the road rehabilitation and resurfacing of South China Lake Boulevard from Bowman Road to College Heights Boulevard in the amount of $457,000. Then they awarded a professional service agreement with Wildan Engineering in the amount of $99,000 to provide construction management for the 2016 street improvement projects. And then another contract in the amount of $56,000 to provide construction management for the Gateway Boulevard project. And then one more contract in the amount of $47,000 to provide construction management for the Richmond Bike Path project. Then the council approved a letter of protest to Antelope Valley Cancer Center regarding the closure of the Radiation Therapy Department Ridgecrest office. All council members want to sign the letter. The actual letter will be brought back at the next council meeting for formal approval. Next were public hearings. First, they held a public hearing regarding the annexation to the existing landscaping and lighting district and a district for drainage. After tabulation of the protest ballots received regarding the proposed new assessments and adoption of resolutions declaring the results of the property owner protest ballot proceeding conducted for the levy of assessments related and confirming the annexation of tracts 6700 and 6775 for both districts, the diagram and assessments related thereto, overruling all protests concerning the assessments, and ordered the levy and collection of assessments for fiscal year 2016-17. These were approved. Next on the agenda, there will be discussion on other action items. First, they nominated a new person to join the Ridgecrest Planning Commission. Lindsay Stevens was approved to fill a vacancy due to a resignation. As she is a leader in the fight against the new Indian casino, it will be interesting to see if she will be able to make any decisions concerning the casino on the basis of established law and in the best interest of the city. Next, the council continued budget discussions for fiscal year 2016-17. After some council discussion and concern about the budget that is still anywhere from $250K to $900K in deficit, depending on how you look at it. They opened it up for public comment. The public also had a chance to weigh in, and some things were suggested for the council to look at. One public person suggested met stiff resistance from the council. Mike Neal suggested we look into contracting with the Sheriff's Department for police services. Well, no one spoke in favor of it from the public, and Councilman Jim Sanders gave a very good rebuttal. He said, at one time he was open to the idea, but now, witnessing what the Kern County Sheriff is doing to close the Ridgecrest jail, it is clear that the Sheriff's Department would not be good for the city. The decision to close the jail clearly states that the Sheriff and Kern County do not care about us over here in the Indian Wells Valley. And any future decisions that would come up would favor Sheriff support in the cities in western Kern County. Well said, Jim. It's clear the city needs funds, badly. The council told staff to go back and find another $250K in cuts and bring it back. They scheduled another budget meeting for June 29th at 6 p.m. This will likely be the final meeting, so if anyone has any input into the budget, this would be a meeting to attend. In another local news, the new Groundwater Sustainability Water Agency will meet Friday at 5 p.m. in the City Council chambers. This will hopefully be an important meeting where some decisions start being made. It is being reported that all the eligible GSA stakeholders have agreed to a JPA. While there is still a little fine-tuning that needs to be done and agreed to, it appears the agreement is close to approval. The main stakeholders, as established in the law, include the counties of Kern, Inyo, and San Bernardino, as well as the city of Ridgecrest and the Indian Wells Valley Water District. Associate non-voting members include the Navy and the BLM. In other water news, Don Zadiba has given an update on the current water conservation mandates from the state. He reports that due to some areas getting a good amount of rain this past winter, and the snowpack being average or slightly higher than average, the State Water Resource Control Board made some mandate requirements changes. Bottom line is that they agreed to lower our valley's mandate down from 36% reduced to 32%. This is a rate that we are not meeting. While our water users have reduced their water consumption, it has not met the current mandate. We generally are in the area of in the high 20 percentile. This new rate will be in effect until next June of 2017. So keep working at water conservation, folks. Now news, the Second Amendment is under attack like never seen before in California. As we report the story, the California legislature is considering final approval of 11 anti-gun bills. None of these bills would do anything to fight crime or take guns out of the hands of people that shouldn't have them. It's time to start calling Governor Brown's office. Call there and declare that these laws are not going to do anything to stop crime. Passing prohibitions that are banning items that are currently legal to own will make millions of current legal gun owners criminals. These are terrible new laws. If you agree, help spread the word to your friends and family. Start calling the governor now to voice your concerns about these new proposed laws. Encourage him to veto them. You can call his office at 916-445-2841. Or you can email him. If you just go to www.govnews.ca.gov, there is a simple form to fill out and send to him. I've done it online. It's easy. Don't be silent. Act now. Now stay with us. After the break, we'll have news from the animal shelter and KZGN's Talking Points editorial. Thanks for staying with us. In news for the Ridgecrest Animal Shelter, we get this report. They have kittens, kittens, and more kittens, dozens of them. All colors, all sweet, right now. Adoption is free with approved application. Free adoption includes spay or neuter, current vaccines, microchip, and free health exam. The Ridgecrest Animal Shelter is located out on County Line Road. It is open 5 days per week, Tuesday through Saturday. They are open from 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. If you're looking for a new member of your family, please make the shelter your first stop. They have many great dogs and cats just waiting for a new home. I got my current dog out there, and she's great. Adopt, don't shop, as they're saying. Together, we can save them all. Now it's time for the 157 KZGN News Talking Points editorial. Here's today's topic. Does anyone have any concrete ideas for the city to increase revenue? Well, once again it's budget time in Ridgecrest, and they are struggling to balance the budget, which is required by state law. Anyway, the budget is right now in deficit for somewhere between $250K to $900K. And every year, they struggle with the concept of finding ways to raise funds. And every year, some people offer some small suggestions that might help a little bit. But no ideas really generate real funds. Of course, small fund revenue can be combined with other small ideas and can add up to something that does help. However, there is never the big win for the new funding. As witnessed in the recent debate over the proposed Indian casino, that did ultimately win beginning approval from the council on a 3-2 vote, the discussion often focused on the concept that we need to do something other than a casino to raise new funds. It is predicted the new casino would offer about $500K per year in new revenue to the city, as well as add about 180 new jobs. New jobs equal new money being spent. Now the opposition says sounds good, but not appropriate. They say some other means needs to be found. Well, I've been here since 1979, and the same thing was being said then and it is now. Almost every new project that has been brought forward over the years has met with strong resistance. Even the original Walmart was strongly resisted. Doom was predicted for all the small businesses in town. Well, while a few were affected, most have survived, and the new Super Walmart was also resisted. However, after many years, it is actually being built and is scheduled to open this fall. Now, what about these ideas of new businesses? What about diversification from depending on just the Navy? Sounds great, right? Okay, what does that mean? For all of you out there with the similar thoughts, just what kind of business will that be? Can you provide names of businesses that want to relocate here? Can you provide even a specific category of business that you would support? Or would just about any new business be fought? After all, you can use water to fight against any new construction. What is interesting concerning the casino debate is that some people that do not believe we have a water problem are comfortable with now using the availability of water as an argument against a new casino. How does that work? Anyway, what this editorial is really about is asking all of you this question. Where are your ideas for new specific businesses for Ridgecrest? Where are your ideas during budget meetings to suggest to the council on ways to raise funds? And of course, any effort to raise taxes will greatly be resisted. So, the city has an economic development manager, and he is trying to bring in new business. But the truth is, getting a large new employer to come to Ridgecrest is not easy. Like I said in the beginning of this editorial, I've been hearing the same thing from people here since 1979. The city tried to pay businesses to locate here, and all those attempts failed, and the council was ridiculed for wasting the money on those efforts. Now, I'm not defending those attempts, but we need to make a point. How about someone in the community offering to help? How about someone or a group in the community step up and really try and bring in a new business to the city? Now, I do know we have some people that support economic development, and they are trying. But I add this, at least someone is trying. What about all of you naysayers over any project that comes forward trying to kill it? We've had solar plants proposed here twice over the years. Both were ran off and built south of us. We had a prison proposed, and it was run off and built south of here. We had a new outdoor water park proposed, and it was run off and built south of here. I'm not saying whether they were good or not, but making the point that everything proposed gets run off by people that never offer a real substitute for that new business. Oh, and for the record, I surely did not support the proposed prison. So come on, enough already. Would someone out there provide just one serious lead to the city for a new business to locate here? And not just say bring in a Red Lobster restaurant. A new business that would bring in hundreds of jobs or more. A new business that all would support in spite of a declared water shortage. A new business that really will move here. Well, I have a small suggestion to the council. How about all these contracts you keep awarding to all these engineering firms? All these firms are not located in Ridgecrest. How about a requirement for them to at least have some business presence here in the city? If they are getting hundreds of thousands of dollars from us, wouldn't it be nice if we also got some local market impact for the expenditure? Instead, we do get a service from them, and usually a good service. But all our dollars leave the city. They employ people that don't live here. How about our local large employers like the school district and other government agencies? How about requiring your employees to live here in the valley? I hear several high-paid employees work here, get paid with our tax dollars, but just take their paychecks out of town to where they live with their families. Now I know no one can make a person live where they don't want to live. However, how about making that part of the interview process? Ask a candidate for a new job whether they plan on moving here with their families. Or are we just going to be a cash cow for someone that lives out of the area? Anyway, will someone just bring one new business suggestion? One that is specific, not just a pie-in-the-sky idea? All you engineers out there, how about all the contractor businesses you talk to out in the country? You should ask them if they have an interest in locating here. If they do, turn the lead over to Gary Parsons, the City Economic Development Manager. In conclusion, I predict no one will come forward with even one named specific new business suggestion. And by the way, I really do wish someone would prove me wrong. Together, maybe we can make something happen, but just one person can provide the right lead. Will that be you? I'm Tom Windick, and that's what I think. I'd like to know what you think. If you have any comments about this editorial or would like to discuss or recommend a topic, I'd like to hear from you. Please email them to info@KZGN.net. Thanks for staying with us. Now here's Lane with the weather.
Thank you, Tom. From the National Weather Service, high temperatures on Thursday and Friday are forecast to be 10 to 15 degrees above average across much of the central and southern plains. Factoring in humidity, heat indices may reach 100 to 110 degrees for some locations. Heat advisories have been issued for much of this region, with a few excessive heat warnings as well. Temperatures across the nation. Carolinas at 82, Georgia at 91, Arkansas at 94, Northern Texas at 89, Arizona at 93, and Los Angeles at 68. And for us locally, tonight, clear with low around 62, west-southwest wind, 15 to 20 miles per hour, with gusts as high as 25. Friday, sunny with a high near 94, south-southwest wind, 10 to 15 miles per hour, with gusts as high as 25. Friday night, mostly clear with a low around 65, southwest wind, 10 to 15 miles per hour. Saturday, sunny with a high near 99, south-southwest wind, 10 miles per hour. Saturday night, partly cloudy with a low around 68, west wind, 5 to 15 miles per hour. Sunday, sunny with a high near 106, west wind, 5 miles per hour. Sunday night, mostly clear with a low around 74, west wind, 5 miles per hour. And Monday, sunny with a high near 109, northwest wind, 5 miles per hour. And that is your forecast for the IWV. Now back to Tom.
So that's some news for today. All of us at KZGN-TV know you have a choice in what you watch for your news. We all thank you for choosing KZGN-TV, Ridgecrest's only locally owned community TV station. Now stay tuned for Ridgecrest Talk, coming up next.